Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we unpack your articles, research, and notes, boiling them down to the most essential insights.
We're here to cut through the noise, delivering those aha moments that get you truly well informed without all the information overload.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into the practical realities of local governance and community development, specifically shining a spotlight on the city of Gilroy.
Yeah, we got a really comprehensive stack of city documents here. Everything from council agendas and staff reports to annual impact statements. It gives us a real inside look at the decisions shaping this community.
So our mission is to dig into the key updates from Gilroy's recent city council discussions and other vital reports. We want to reveal what's actually happening on the ground.
The big projects taking shape and the initiatives that directly impact residents' daily lives.
Exactly. So as we open up these documents, what's the first thing that really captures your attention about Gilroy's current pulse?
Well, the City Council meeting from July 28, 2025 immediately stands out. It's a prime example of how local government truly functions.
How so?
Moving from ceremonial recognitions to approving major city initiatives all in one session. It just shows how much meticulous planning goes into the day-to-day operations.
It certainly sounds like a busy day at the office for the council. And for anyone curious about how local government opens its doors to the public, these documents show a real commitment to accessibility.
Oh, yeah. What did you see there?
Well, for instance, translation assistance was available if contacted 72 hours prior, and written translations could be accessed during the meeting via a QR code or a link.
Okay, that's good.
Plus, if you missed it live, all meetings are web streamed on the city's website. Makes it pretty open.
Absolutely. And the roll call confirmed every single council member was present.
Mhm.
Bracco, Klein, Fugazi, Hilton, Marquez, Ramirez, and Mayor Bozo. Yet this consistent attendance is so important for continuity and decision-making. They also efficiently adopted minutes from several past meetings, showing that city business is always moving forward.
What's truly fascinating, I think, is how deeply integrated these council members are within the broader community and region.
Right, like their committee assignments.
Exactly. Take Councilmember Bracco, involved with the Downtown Committee and the Santa Clara County Library Joint Powers Authority. That's a partnership across local governments.
Yeah.
Or Councilmember Fugazi, who's part of the Visit Gilroy, California Welcome Center, connecting the city to tourism. And Mayor Bodzo even serves on the Gilroy Gardens Board.
It really underscores how city governance isn't just about what happens inside City Hall.
Yeah,
It branches out into so many vital community and regional organizations.
definitely.
So digging deeper into city operations, a significant move was the consent appointment of Brad Kilger as the interim city administrator, effective August 1st, 2025.
Okay, interim city administrator, what's the story there?
Well, he's what's known as a CalPERS retired annuitant, essentially. A retired public employee brought back into service.
Ah, okay, like a temporary hire with experience.
Exactly. And this arrangement saves the city approximately $9,250 per month because they only pay his hourly rate, not benefits, which is a smart financial move while they search for a permanent leader.
So bringing in someone with deep experience to keep things running smoothly, how does that fit into the broader picture of Gilroy's workforce?
Well, it connects directly to another crucial approval, the new Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, between the city and the Gilroy Management Association.
The GMA, okay.
Yeah, for the next 3 years, from July 2025 through June 2028. This agreement impacts about 40 mid-management employees across all city departments.
Okay, let's break down what's most significant about this new agreement. What are the key elements that stand out?
Well, the MOU lays out specific salary increases. A 3% bump this July, then 2.5% in July 2026, and another 2.5% in July 2027.
Pretty standard cost of living type increases.
Generally, yes, but it also includes something called a retention range extension, or RRE.
RRE, what's that?
It means employees with 5 years or more of service can qualify for the very top, like the last 3% of their salary range. It's essentially a loyalty bonus designed to keep experienced staff.
Ah, makes sense. Keep the people who know what they're doing.
Right. The total estimated cost over these 3 years is about $867,000, with roughly 70% charged to the city's general fund.
Okay. Beyond just salaries, are there other notable benefits aimed at retaining talent in this MOU?
Absolutely. It covers CalPERS retirement benefits like credit for unused sick leave and military service credit, things like that.
Standard stuff for public employees often.
Yeah, but good to have confirmed. There's also tuition reimbursement up to $1,000 per fiscal year for job-related or career development courses, requiring a B grade or better.
That's a nice perk.
And for those fluent in both Spanish and English, a verbal skills test can earn them a 5% bilingual pay increase.
Oh, interesting. A direct incentive for bilingual skills.
Hmm. And the city's contribution to deferred compensation plans also sees a significant boost, jumping from $30 a month currently to $130 a month next July, and then $230 a month the year after.
Wow, okay. That's quite a jump. Seems like a clear investment in their people.
It really does.
So it sounds like a lot of strategic attention is being paid to the people who run the city. But what about the actual physical foundation of Gilroy, its streets, buildings, and essential services?
That's a great transition because the City Council also approved several significant infrastructure-related projects.
Mm.
For example, they awarded a contract to McKim Corporation for the citywide pavement rehabilitation project for fiscal year 2025.
Pavement rehab. Got it. Anything else stand out there?
Yeah, what was interesting during the public comment section was a resident raising a very relatable concern
Oh, yeah.
about property owners having to pay to fix sidewalks damaged by city trees, alongside advice on deep watering. It really highlights those everyday issues that impact residents directly.
That's a very specific real-world issue. You don't always hear about that level of detail. Beyond existing infrastructure, what new development is taking shape in Gilroy?
Well, the city is clearly moving forward with new residential growth. They've given the green light for completion and reduced security bonds for the Cottages Tract 105A2.
Meaning that project is basically done.
Yeah, it means new streets and utilities are now complete for that development.
Hmm.
And they also approved the final map for Royal Way development, Tract 10634, pushing another housing project forward.
Okay, so new housing coming online. We also saw updates on the Gilroy Data Center. This sounds like a massive project. What's the latest there?
It is indeed. The city approved a Fourth Amendment to its agreement with Circle Point, Inc. for the Gilroy Data Center Project's Environmental Impact Report, or EIR.
The environmental study. Right.
Exactly. That's the comprehensive study of a project's potential environmental effects. This adds another $25,000 to the contract, bringing the total to just over $309,000.
And who pays for that?
Importantly, this cost is covered by the applicant, Amazon Web Services. The additional funds are for more research and addressing public comments, which really shows the detailed and often lengthy process required for large-scale environmental reviews.
So what does this data center actually entail? What's the scope of it?
The project is substantial. 2 single-story data center buildings, each roughly 218,000 square feet,
Wow.
plus a security building, a substation, and upgrades to power transmission. It also has the potential for a 50-megawatt battery energy storage system.
A battery system too, okay.
The sheer scale of this Amazon Web Services project underscores how even cities like Gilroy are becoming crucial hubs for global tech infrastructure, with significant implications for local energy demand and economic development.
Yeah, definitely. And ensuring these complex projects meet city standards requires specialized expertise, right? You can't just have anyone looking at these plans.
Absolutely not. The city also approved a Fifth Amendment to a contract with CSG Consultants, Inc. for their on-call engineering and surveyor services for this fiscal year, adding $25,000.
And why the extra funds?
It was necessary due to a high volume of development applications. But again, these costs are covered by the applicants.
Okay, so developer fees cover it.
Right. And looking ahead, it's clear CSG will continue to be a key partner. The city awarded them a new 3-year contract for these same services, totaling $450,000, also fully funded by developer fees.
So they're basically the city's go-to for this kind of review.
Pretty much. They provide critical expertise in areas like land subdivision mapping and utility design, ensuring compliance with state regulations like the California Subdivision Map Act. Their team includes named experts like Sandra Medich, Sophie Truong, Jill Barnes, and David Rupchich.
Got it. It seems the city is constantly busy addressing various infrastructure issues. I also noticed an amendment related to traffic signal maintenance, something we all depend on daily, but maybe don't think about much.
Right. A First Amendment was approved for the contract with Cal West Lighting and Signal Maintenance, adding over $77,000 to their current fiscal year services.
Just for this year?
Yeah, this brings their total for fiscal year 2025 to over $414,000, with the full 3-year contract exceeding $1.1 million.
And why the increase now?
The reason cited was an unusually high number of incidents requiring repairs. It really highlights the hidden costs of keeping our everyday infrastructure running smoothly. And this particular funding comes from the gas taxes fund.
Okay, makes sense. Beyond new development and maintenance, what about direct city acquisitions? Are there any strategic purchases happening?
There was a significant approval for the purchase of property earmarked for new groundwater wells at a cost of $1.185 million.
Or water supply.
Exactly. The funding for this was reappropriated from one fiscal year to the next, and the staff report made it clear that suitable sites for new groundwater wells are very limited, making this acquisition particularly important for future water security.
Good foresight there. And on the flip side of acquisitions, I saw a rather extensive list of surplus vehicles. Sounds like Gilroy's preparing for its own version of a historical parade.
You're not wrong. The city is planning to dispose of quite a variety of vehicles, ranging from older Ford Crown Vics that were likely police cars,
Ah, the classic Crown Vic.
a 1989 fire engine, and even a 1977 armored vehicle.
An armored vehicle? Seriously?
Apparently, these surplus items have estimated values from a couple $100s up to $18,000. It's a fascinating glimpse into the constant asset management required to run a city. What's old for one department can become a new opportunity, or just cash for another.
Right, clearing out the garage. Okay, shifting now to community programs and public well-being. It looks like the Gilroy Police Department is receiving a significant boost.
They are indeed. The city accepted a grant of nearly $276,000 from the California Highway Patrol Cannabis Tax Fund grant program.
Cannabis tax money funding police work.
Yeah, this funding, made possible by Proposition 64, is specifically dedicated to education, prevention, and enforcement efforts against impaired driving.
Okay, specifically impaired driving. What are the key uses for this grant, and how will it directly impact the community?
Well, the Gilroy Police Department plans to use it for 10 DUI saturation patrols, which are those targeted enforcement efforts,
Right.
and to community outreach events. Critically, they'll also train 2 officers as drug recognition experts, or DREs, a specialized skill they currently lack, which helps them identify impairment beyond just alcohol.
Ah, that DRE training is key these days.
Definitely. The grant will also fund new equipment, including 2 new BMW motorcycles for traffic enforcement,
Nice bites.
a Ram pickup truck for towing their DUI trailer, an all-terrain vehicle for transporting equipment, and an unmanned aerial vehicle, a UAV or drone,
A drone for traffic. How does that work?
to assist in identifying vehicle code violators during those saturation patrols, maybe spotting erratic driving from above, that kind of thing.
Interesting. That's a comprehensive approach. Is there a clear need for this kind of investment in Gilroy? Does the data back it up?
Unfortunately, yes. The data from the GPD shows a concerning trend. Alcohol-involved injury collisions have risen year over year in Gilroy.
Really? How much?
In 2021, there were 9 such collisions. That jumped to 21 in 2022, 28 in 2023, and 30 in 2024.
Wow, that's a steady increase.
Yeah, and the total number of injury collisions also saw a significant increase, from 76 in 2021 to 222 in 2024. So the GPD aims to proactively reduce these numbers by 10%
Ambitious goal.
and plans to issue press releases about the new equipment and each saturation patrol to keep the community informed and promote safety.
Good to hear they're publicizing it. Okay, safety also extends to natural hazards like flooding, especially with changing weather patterns. What's the city doing to address that?
Right. The City Council reviewed their fiscal year 2025 annual evaluation report for the Santa Clara County Multi-Jurisdictional Program for Public Information.
That's a mouthful. What is it, basically?
It's part of the National Flood Insurance Program's Community Rating System, or CRS. Essentially, it incentivizes communities to reduce flood damage and enhance flood insurance by undertaking comprehensive floodplain management. Better management can mean lower insurance rates for residents.
Ah, okay. So there's a direct benefit. What are the most crucial messages the public should really take away about flood safety from this program?
There are several vital points. Know your flood risk, get flood insurance, and remember that 30-day waiting period before it kicks in.
Good point.
Prepare a 3-day emergency kit, know your evacuation routes, protect your property with things like sandbags, build responsibly if you're in a floodplain, and protect natural floodplain functions by keeping creeks clean.
Basic preparedness, but always important reminders.
Exactly. And new messages also emphasize developing a family emergency plan, downloading disaster apps, and understanding shallow flooding risks, which simply means turn around, don't drown, don't drive through standing water.
Right. Seems obvious, but people still do it.
They do. And while Valley Water no longer sends out a countywide mailer, they now distribute targeted flood tips postcards and trifolds specifically to properties in special flood hazard areas.
So, more focused outreach.
Gilroy, along with 10 other Santa Clara County cities, is actively participating in this broader outreach, including initiatives like National River Cleanup Day, which helps maintain those natural flood protections.
It's always inspiring to see younger generations getting involved in local government and community life. Tell us about the Gilroy Youth Commission.
Yeah, the city is clearly committed to engaging its youth. They are actively recruiting for the Youth Commission, with interviews scheduled for this evening, actually, and appointments on August 4, 2025.
Oh, happening right now, basically. How many spots?
There are 8 open seats, and they received 18 impressive applications, which really bodes well for the future leadership pipeline.
18 applicants for 8 seats. That's great interest. What kind of candidates are applying? What are they bringing to the table?
The applications reveal a wonderfully diverse and engaged group of young leaders. It's really impressive.
Like what?
Well, for example, one applicant, a senior at Christopher High, has already served as senior secretary for ASB and on the Gilroy Youth Advisory Council, plus a prior 2-year term on the Youth Commission, organizing multiple food drives.
Wow, already experienced.
Yeah. Their goals include creating employment and volunteer opportunities for youth and helping organize a potential youth center. Another applicant from the Dr. T.J. Owens Gilroy Early College Academy served on the Honors Tribunal, organizing school-wide community circles.
Very different kinds of leadership roles.
Exactly. We also see applicants who have coached tennis, participated in community festivals like the Tamale Festival and Gilroy Music Festival, and expressed a strong desire to learn how local government works and be a voice for underrepresented youth.
That's fantastic. It truly shows a deep desire from young people to actively shape their city's future.
It really does.
Before we wrap up, let's talk about a real local treasure, Gilroy Gardens. There is a fascinating report in this packet highlighting its impact.
Indeed. The Gilroy Gardens Annual Impact Report reveals it's celebrating 25 years as a 501c3 nonprofit educational institution.
25 years, wow.
Yeah, and its mission is truly inspiring: to educate and inspire families, especially children, about horticulture and the importance of trees through fun and memorable experiences.
That's a wonderful purpose. How does its nonprofit status influence its day-to-day operations and future? Does it make a difference?
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
As a nonprofit, every dollar earned is reinvested directly back into the park. This means it goes to enhancing facilities, supporting employees, enriching the guest experience, and fostering environmental stewardship. It's purpose-driven, not profit-driven.
Right.
However, the report also includes a call to action. The park's current model relies almost entirely on revenue generated at the gate, and they emphasize a need to evolve that model to ensure long-term sustainability for future generations.
So you need more than just ticket sales to keep it going strong. What's their vision for the future beyond that?
Well, Gilroy Gardens is looking to expand its role as a premier horticultural learning lab in California. In 2024, they launched Explorer Field Trips for year-round, self-guided science experiences,
Oh, cool.
with plans to scale outreach to underserved schools and enhance curriculum integration. It's clear they want to become an even more impactful educational resource.
That sounds great. The report also shared some touching testimonials, didn't it? It seemed to go beyond just the park's current visitors.
Yes, it featured stories from former employees who shared how their first jobs at Gilroy Gardens provided foundational skills, communication, teamwork, responsibility.
Real-world skills.
Exactly. Skills that proved invaluable in diverse careers, from nursing to product development, law enforcement, and teaching. It clearly shows the park's impact extends far beyond just entertainment. It's a launch pad for future careers and community leaders.
That's a powerful legacy, and for anyone listening who feels inspired to support this community treasure.
There are many ways to get involved. Cash donations, of course, but also becoming a docent. Get this, over 3,000 docents have contributed more than 227,000 hours over 25 years.
Incredible volunteer effort.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
They also have a student volunteer program, accept in-kind donations, and even stock donations. It's a true community effort.
Good to know there are options. Finally, just a quick note, on the arts and culture front, the City Council also approved a proposed mural project for the Gilroy Center for the Arts.
Oh, nice.
And the placement of a public art placard at the downtown Paseo. It's a wonderful touch that adds to the community's vibrancy and shows that city development isn't just about roads and buildings, but also about public spaces and cultural expression.
Absolutely, those things matter too.
So we've truly taken a comprehensive deep dive today into the multifaceted operations of the city of Gilroy, from the nuts and bolts of public works contracts and new administrative appointments.
to critical public safety initiatives and the expansion plans of beloved community institutions like Gilroy Gardens, it's clear that an incredible amount of work goes into shaping a city. It's really quite something when you see it all laid out.
It really is. These documents paint a vivid picture of how complex and interconnected the various aspects of local governance are.
Every decision, from a new property acquisition for water security to a grant for impaired driving enforcement, has a tangible impact on the lives of residents and the future trajectory of the community. It's a continuous dynamic process.
So, what does all of this mean for you, whether you're a resident of Gilroy or simply interested in how cities operate?
Well, perhaps it's a powerful reminder that beneath the headlines and the broad policies, the daily work of local government quietly yet fundamentally shapes our environment, our safety, and our opportunities.
Yeah, it's that constant, detailed effort to make a city function and thrive. And with that, we leave you with this thought. How might understanding these specific details and the interconnected efforts within your own community inspire you to look for new ways to engage, contribute, or even just appreciate the intricate fabric of your local area?